So you got some little nighttime creep life going on with me, and I'm not here for it. Stop comparing yourself to people on the internet, sis. No, and there you cut off. Go ask somebody else. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So as you can tell by the title, today's video is going to be a girl talk video, period. So this video is, well, this type of content is a little new for me and my channel. Y'all know I'm kind of like a vlog girl, vlog based channel, but I do want to incorporate more variety. This is going to be me incorporating the variety. I asked you guys to ask me some questions or just leave some topics on my Instagram story and on my YouTube community tab. Didn't get any responses in the YouTube community tab, and I got 4 responses on under my Instagram story. I also asked you guys, what should this be called? Instead of just girl talk, I want to give like a cute name like Talks with Fatima. That's what I suggested, and I did get, I think, 2 comments from you guys with name suggestions. Someone said, how about Tea with Tima? Someone else said Talks with T. Those were the couple suggestions that I got. I still want to hear from more of you guys and see if you have any other name suggestions. So being that this is my first girl talk video, I may just name it Girl Talk for now, and then later on, once we agree upon a name, we will change the title of these type of videos. Enough of me rambling, let's get into the video. The first topic was being confident. Confidence, I believe, it starts with self. And when I say starts with self, meaning that no one else should be able to take away from your confidence or be the sole base of it. So I feel like people can, you know, boost your confidence if you're with a partner. Even friends can boost your confidence, but that should not be your sole source. It cannot be your sole source of where you gain your confidence, and you cannot let anyone take from that. It has to be all from you. The base has to be with you. In some ways that you can have that solid base and not allow people to, you know, easily take from that, is just being more positive with yourself. We can be our worst critic in so many aspects when it comes to work, how we define success, down to our looks, you know. So I think we all should be nicer to ourselves, because I know, like, for me, I can be my worst critic as well, as far as my accomplishments and goals, and even down to my looks at times too. So just making an effort to be more nicer to yourself. And ways that you can do that is by affirmations and being more positive. So I know sometimes we have the tendency to be like, oh, I look so ugly in this, or I look ugly today. And 9 times out of 10, I know a lot of us are just kind of like, we're just saying it. You know, we're not thinking too much of it, like, I really look ugly. Sometimes we are, but a lot of times we kind of just throw words out, and words have a lot of meaning. And watch what you say, because you can believe stuff, manifest stuff with your words. So I know it may sound weird, but sometimes I'm like, even if I'm thinking it, I'm not going to say it, because I don't want to make anything come true, because I feel like your words are just powerful. So I think eliminating those times, like those instances where we're like, oh, I look so ugly today, you know, you used to accustomed to saying stuff that sometimes, you know, you begin to feel it. So or those instances when you don't feel your best, you know what, I look okay, I look good today, I look pretty today. Even when you don't, you might not feel it, you get accustomed and used to saying stuff, you ultimately will, you know, start embracing it. That's how I feel. So that's a way, positive affirmations and being more nice to yourself, and just being more positive and speaking positive. I know sometimes that can be hard. Like I said, it can be hard for me sometimes. Just making an effort to not say those things and change the negative with the positive. If you feel yourself about to speak something negative, either don't say it or change the negative word or concept and make it a positive one. Another thing I would say to help with confidence is limiting comparisons. So what I mean by that is, stop comparing yourself to people on the internet, sis. Because I'm going to tell you, 9 times out of 10, what you see is not reality. People say this all the time, and it's so true. Everyone's felt accustomed to it. I know I have. If you haven't found yourself comparing yourself to somebody, I feel like you're lying. Even if you're not even in a, oh, I want to be like her. You might be comparing it in a way of, she inspires me, which is a good thing. But it's just, everything has a limit, okay? Everything has a limit. You might aspire to be, you know, someone who's in the same career field as you, or someone who's doing something that you would like to do. It's okay to have that comparison of, dang, I want to do what she's doing. She's successful. She inspires me. But even with that, you have to be careful because everybody's path is different, and how she got to where she is not going to be the same that you get to where you're going to be. So comparisons, y'all. Stop comparing yourself, especially when it comes to lifestyle, body, looks. You will never be how this person is. And that's so harsh, but you will never be how this person is. No matter if you get surgery, because they got surgery, you're not gonna look the exact same. So limiting comparison, which can be hard at times, I know, because like I said, I find myself comparing myself to others and where they're at in their life. But everyone has their own path, their own journey, and you will get to where you need to be when it's your time. I know I kind of brought in the comparison thing, but try not to do that. Another thing that can help with confidence, like I previously said, you can't let people be your sole source of confidence. People are definitely going to add to your confidence, which is great. So having a positive or supportive circle or friend group around you, that's going to help with your confidence as well. Of course, you don't want any negative Nancy's around. Every time somebody has something negative to say about what you wear, your appearance, you don't want those other people around in your life or in your circle, because that's just going to add to negative concepts or negative thoughts and just a negative aura. You don't want that, period. Definitely having those positive girlfriends, acquaintances, even a positive partner. Even though it starts with self, what you have around you can also affect self. So the next topic says self-care. Self-care is very important, and I feel like it ties in with confidence, kind of goes hand in hand. We all know the basis, not the basis, like, with self-care is brought up, 9 times out of 10, we're talking about maintenance as far as getting our nails done, pedicures, hair, lashes, and all that stuff. That's definitely a part of self-care, but I think we need to go back a bit and start with like the basic of self-care, which is making sure that we're making sure that we're good emotionally, physically, and mentally. That's very important, sis. We can have the nails done and feel like a bad bitch, but if we're not well with ourselves, then is the stuff really taken care of? Some ways to make sure that we are good, like really good with ourselves mentally and emotionally and all that stuff, is make sure we're getting proper rest. Make sure we're going to sleep at a decent time. I know they say you need to get like, what, 8 hours of sleep, 8 or 9, but I know that's kind of unrealistic, especially, not especially unrealistic, but I know it can be unrealistic. Anything can be done with prioritizing, so just make sure we're getting a good amount of sleep, which I know I don't, but it's something that we should take in consideration. I would say balancing your diet, which is something that I try to do, but you know, no one's perfect. So I try to incorporate maybe a healthy meal here or there, or limit the amount of soda intake, or maybe you go from a regular soda to a diet soda. It's little steps and little stuff you can do to try to, you know, move towards a more healthy lifestyle, or just incorporate more healthier ways of eating, and that in turn can, you know, help with the way you're feeling too. A lot of times they say what you eat plays a role in how you feel. Working out, I know for me, if I'm feeling down or not my best, after I work out, it really does help with your mood. So, you know, work out. It doesn't have to be a full HIIT workout, or you just going extra hard working out, or maybe even take a walk in the park or something like that to clear your mind. Some type of form of exercise. And that looks different for different people. Setting goals for yourself, short-term and long-term goals. Have something that you're actually working towards for yourself. Those are just a couple of things that came to mind when I saw like the self-care. I'm like, you know, a lot of people always talk about the maintenance part, but let's talk about the true self-care, form of self-care. I think the maintenance part came up because this was asked a part of the self-care question. How do you go about upkeep? So me personally, when it comes to self-care upkeep, I don't have a routine like some people have. Like every 2 weeks I get my nails and toes done. That's not me. I used to be that girl. Every 2 weeks I'm getting an acrylic full set and fill, but lately I haven't really been on that wave. But of course everybody loves to feel cute. I love to feel cute. Get my nails done, toes done. Right now my upkeep is special occasions. I would say that's kind of my upkeep. So my birthday is coming up. I think I mentioned this in a vlog. So my birthday is coming up and I'm getting my nails done, I'm getting acrylic, I'm getting pedicure, lashes, stuff like that is when I go all out for my maintenance. But lately, or when I'm feeling like I don't want to treat myself, it's been a minute since I've let somebody else do maintenance on me. So when I'm in those moods, I will, you know, get some maintenance done. Lately I've kind of been on the personal nail wave, or I paint my own nails. But yeah, that's kind of my upkeep as of now. Of course that's subject to change. Like I said, I used to be one of the girls every 2 weeks I'm getting a feel. Right now that's not really the wave I'm on. Who knows, next month, next year I might be on a consistent upkeep. The last question I thought was kind of juicy, you know, kind of get to some things. What are some red flags that stick out the most to you when in the talking stages? The first thing that came to my mind, y'all, was if somebody is only texting you at night or texting me at night, that's a red flag for me, because why are we only communicating at night? Who are you communicating with throughout the beginning of the day, you know? So you got some little nighttime creep life going on with me, and I'm not here for it. So that's a red flag for me. Another red flag, which kind of coincides with this, is when whoever I'm talking to or talking to somebody and they go ghost for like a couple of days or a week and pop back up on the scene with a like, what you doing text. What was you doing this past week when I haven't heard from you? So I feel like that's they kind of coincide, going ghost and the kind of you only texting me at night or a certain time frame that you're only texting me. You know, you just get the vibes. Another thing, y'all, which is kind of a huge red flag for me, is when people try to make subtle advances. And what I mean by that is you say something that insinuates sex, but you don't say it directly. It just insinuates it, you know? Especially we're in the beginning, early talking stages, you shouldn't be insinuating. That's just like a red flag and a turn off for me. An example of that, I have one because it's happened. I was talking to this guy and we never went on a date or anything. We played basketball, so after practice he would text and he was like,
I just need to practice and I really need a massage. You'll give me a massage?
The first time he said it, you know how you trying to give people benefit of the doubt. I'll let you skate by with the first time. Then the second time,
so you really not gonna come over and give me a massage?
No, and there you cut off. Go ask somebody else. You know, so stuff like that. I'm like, why are you insinuating? Because we know what massage means. You know what you're trying to lead to. So that's a red flag for me in the beginning stages, because that just tells me all you're looking for really is some quick sex or somebody to, you know, have sex with, and I'm not your girl. Lastly, as far as red flags, I feel like your intuition plays a major part. You might not know exactly a name to give this red flag or to describe it, but if your intuition is telling you that, you know, this is some funny business, or you're not feeling the vibe, the conversation, or the atmosphere, I feel like that's a red flag in itself, and we need to be in tune with that and listen to that as women. If anybody, but I'm saying as women because this is a girl talk. If your intuition is telling you, I'm not feeling this person, this vibe, the conversation is off, it's giving, you gotta go, then yeah, we need to listen to that. I think that's the end of this girl talk. Hopefully it isn't too long, and hopefully it's, you know, engaging and entertaining. But comment down below and let me know y'all's thoughts on anything that I said or anything you would like to add or state. Let's have a little chat in the comments. Y'all know how we do. And also comment down below your thoughts or suggestions on what our girl talk series should be called. And also comment some other topics or questions that you would like to see in an upcoming girl talk. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.